Okay.
Oh, we are live.
Nice.
Peace. Welcome to the channel. We are
Welcome.
Knowledge is Key, Goddess Sniper. Are we on Facebook too?
Yeah, we're on Facebook too. Yeah.
Welcome, Facebook watchers. The watchers is a watcher. He's a watcher. We got Amore. Say hi, Amore. Oh, look at Amore. Her name is Amore. That's love.
It's love.
That's Spanish. So
So,
what are we talking about today?
oh man, it's so many things we can talk about. I don't want to overwhelm everybody with just. First, I want to talk about our experience. How can you say your experience here from what you've been taught in America has some outlook on your experience now that you're not there no more? Like, what is some things that was like you thought in America was this way until you and then you went somewhere else. So, like, what is your
Yeah,
experience from?
and you guys excuse me because it's still early. I'm still cooking, so I will be in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Still got kids to feed and everything. But I think the thing that I've noticed is how toxic my routine was, how toxic my energy was. And you don't know any better until you leave. It's like a toxic relationship. You don't realize a lot of BS until you leave it. So coming here, it's a lot that's going to correct your energy, and it has nothing to do with the people here. It's just the energy of the land and how things are here. So I think the biggest thing I learned is how toxic I was.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you think you know your shit and you think you're doing it, but you not. You ain't doing shit. It ain't nobody's fault. Like, we all trying to break our generational curses and stuff, but it makes you evaluate yourself different.
Yeah. Like I say the same. When you live in America, you don't realize how conditioned your pain is. Like, um, my way of thinking was so okay because a lot of people around me was in the same train of thought. So people looked at my pain as normal. Like, man, everybody got problems. You know what I mean? And that is true. Everybody has problems, but it ain't the problem that's the problem. It's how we deal with our problems. That's the problem. So the way I dealt with my problems was so toxic, but it wasn't that toxic when everybody around me is dealing with their problems the same way. When I came here and when I walk around angry, I feel like I stand out because I'm the only one angry. Makes me look at myself in America, everybody's angry. So I'm not really mad if I'm angry because everybody around me is angry too. They're complaining about their situation. They're complaining about their situation. They're complaining. So I'm like, all right, it's cool then to complain because everybody around me is. People start see how they just
Yeah, but
block me
what
out.
we can do is just bring the extender outside.
Yeah.
Ain't no big deal. We got two plugs right there. We can buy one or just bring the one from upstairs.
Because when it comes to dealing with your pain in America, it's not judged or is not displayed as negative when everybody has the same outlook. When I come here and explain my pain and my negative, there's always not only just natural solutions, but there's always ways that it's really your thinking. So when people say, "Man, that's just your thinking," you got to start and it's like, yo, like it's really all me. Everything that I've been that happened to me, I'm not mad at it happening to me. I'm mad that I let it hold me to and let it keep happening to me. So if you don't learn how to throw away things that's not good for you, then it's like no one's feel like you ever take out the trash, but it stinks because you didn't never clean the inside out. Imagine keep taking the trash out, but you never clean the inside of the garbage. Like it's a new bag in there, but it's always that old smell. So it's like I got to start taking out that smell that's inside of me. You know what I mean? Because it's not good. And
I
here,
think it makes you just self-reflect.
Yeah.
Like we talk about self-reflecting a lot, but you made a good point when it's like when you're around everyone else that's doing the same thing, it's hard to look at yourself in a different way.
Yeah.
So when you come here, like I said, when you go outside with bad energy, and we're not saying that no one here has a bad day. We're not saying that violence don't happen because some shit happened a couple of days ago and it was at a spot that I wanted to go to, this little club they had. So stuff happens because we're people, we're human beings, but this land is so sacred. It just adjusts your wires a little bit. It's like adjusting your vision. So you have no choice but to look at yourself. And that's why a lot of people leave. I see why a lot of people might want to come here to live and then they end up leaving because they're complaining about a lot of stuff, but it's not really the stuff around them. They're complaining with themselves of not being able to deal with themselves.
Yeah.
But we'll use everything else. Oh, the Wi-Fi is not good. The food is hot, but it's really you. So you go back over to the U.S. and you're gonna be the same, but you've adjusted to that type of hell and that slave mentality that's over there. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's almost 4 months. Exactly December 23rd will be 4 months we've been here, and it's a lot. But we don't have nothing to go back to. Like this is home. Like we're not trying to. That we don't have no. This is home, and the travel.
You don't want to go back. You don't want to go back.
No, you couldn't go. It'll be hard to go back. That's why I get quiet because I'll be in my thoughts, but it'll be hard.
I couldn't go back.
It'll be hard.
I couldn't go back.
It's hard.
I'm gonna tell you something. If I didn't have no family and stuff in America, so that wouldn't be I always think about like what happened to my family and stuff like that. So it was always you know what I mean? But like I don't have no reason to go back because when we say it's nothing to go back to, it doesn't take the love that we have from people that we love back home. But it's nothing to go back to mentality wise, love wise, understanding wise, open minded. Everybody is judging, and it feels like when me living here made me open minded to not only people here but to other people that I put in a bundle because of what America taught me. Like I was racist not only to myself but to other cultures, and not word wise but closed minded wise. Like I wasn't opening my mind and eyes up to hear nobody out because the system already told me they're not from here. They're not part of what you believe in. So don't even give them. But if you really listen to them and talk to them, man, we're all the same. We're all the same. We're all the same. We all wake up in the morning. We all breathe. We all do this. We all the same. We all have different ways of living. But I think that's the fascinating part of how everybody can live different but still get by. It's amazing how this person can do all this, but it's amazing to me. America taught me how much of a brat I was. I'm a brat. If I can't get what I want now, it taught me no patience. It taught me a lot about myself that was needed, right? Because when you're a different vessel or a different person, only different type of people is going to be able to connect with you. When you're the same, you blend in more because mostly everybody's on the same frequency or the same thing. So it took a lot for us to leave America with nothing, sell everything, and just have enough faith in us and whatever we believe in that it's going to work. A lot of people don't have that faith. And if we don't have that faith in ourselves, how can we have that faith in each other? If you don't have faith in yourself. So when I came here, I didn't know moving here was going to make me tap into myself. I thought moving here was just going to make my ride in life easier. It made it more eye-opening. I understand my purpose a little more every day. Every day I understand what I'm supposed to be doing because it has nothing. It forces you to focus on yourself because there's no distractions. I love that. If you listen to you won't hear an ambulance the whole time we're on this conversation. Not once. We're not thinking about who got hurt down the street. Who that? We're not even Only thing worried about is our family and stuff like that. That's it. That's beautiful. That's peace. When you have that love in your house, you can bring love outside. But if there's no love in your house, how you gonna walk outside with love? How you gonna bring love to your work? How you gonna bring love to this? And the only reason you're doing it because there's money involved. You're only loving somebody because of the benefits. You're not loving them because they're people. Here taught me to love people just for being them, because they loving me. A black man's 5'9", and that's tall to them. They're not, and they still appreciate me with love. I wish we would do that more where we from. But no, it's all judgment. Nah, I don't like that. That's not cool.
Now don't get it messed up. Like, we've had a couple bad experiences with people, and when I say bad experience, that means just encountering someone that just didn't have good energy. You could tell they wasn't beat. They don't care you're a foreigner. I'm not infatuated that you here. Why are you here? And you can feel this energy, and it happened 3 times. That I can count on my hand, where we actually got into an Uber, and they was like, you could tell they didn't want you in there. They was like, the energy was off. But that's just people. Like that's just, I don't care where you go. You can go back to Africa, and these people look like you, and they still don't want you there because they know you've been Americanized. So people are just people. Overall, I've had worse experiences in the US compared here. But I think the biggest thing, like you said, was patience, because it moves different here. It moves at a slower pace. Back home, what might take you 10, 15 minutes might take you like a half hour, 45 minutes, because they just flowing. Like, they're not trying to rush. And I was thinking yesterday, why, like, back home, we're concerned about healthcare, insurance, setting up something if I die. Here, they're not worrying the same about healthcare. They're just, each day they're worrying about today. Like, if I got to work today, food or whatever the situation, like, I'm worrying about today. It's not, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Keeps this same.
So if your mind is healthy, your body's going to reflect. So you're not in a doctor office as much as you would be. You see what I'm saying? Plus, you have better food. All our food in the U.S. comes from here. So you're getting everything fresh, whether it's fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, whatever it is. So you're not in the hospital as much as you would be in the U.S. Their healthcare system is different here. You understand? But it's not like we're overcrowding the healthcare system, because the way they live is it's more of a healthy mindset, I would say.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't on no damn perfect diet, but they just naturally have natural resources, or even the water. It's a good thing you can't drink the tap water, because it forces you to drink spring water all day. So back home, it's a choice. It's good to drink spring water, but you can drink faucet water if you want. It just might taste different or whatever. Here, you cannot drink the water. So you're being forced to buy and drink fresh water, which says a lot for your system, because we need water to flush everything out. A lot of people back home, even family, when you talk about being here, they think you're trying to put the people here on a pedestal. But like I said, it's not the people, it's the energy, it's the land, and it's just the way they live. But it's hard. It would be very difficult to go back over there.
It's
So what are some of the things that you And another thing too, I want to say is that if you are going to come here to live, just have respect for the culture. Like, have respect for the people, have respect for just how things are here. Don't come here and just try to take advantage of what's cheap and, oh, they're working, because I'm gonna tell you, their hustle is different than back home.
Yeah.
We come from a fast environment. He's from Jersey, I'm from New York. But even though I just said it's slower here, but their hustle is way more consistent. I'll put it like that. Because they don't have the healthcare card. They don't have the SSI, the disability, the Section 8. They don't have that shit here. So they have to rely on themselves and building with people around you.
Every day.
That's what makes them more consistent. And that's what makes them go harder. It's not about, oh, I just made $3,000 because I swiped the card or I did something. Here, they have to be consistent, because there's no help. That's what I respect. There's no help.
She'll tell you. I ain't gonna tell you like I'm infatuated with realness, regardless of what it is, right? And my realness in America is totally different than realness here, right? So the people that I've met, there are a lot of good people. They just did bad things to survive, right? She would tell you, like, I look at them different because what they had to go through to make it out. I know some guys that live in the jungle, literally, and had to make it out. Mm-hmm. Like, think about this. Like, this is totally different than where I come from. I come from a hood, but there's still welfare. There's still WIC. There's still things that can get you by if you're not working or things like this. When I talk to some dude that live in the jungle where there's nothing, like they don't have guns, like they fight with knives, like machetes. You say machete. When you hear that and they are trying to make it out and they're still smiling, they're still, even though their eyes have seen a lot, they still have to keep their soul clean. I look at that and say, I ain't go through half and I'm more filthier. Something ain't right with me. I have to evaluate what a struggle is. I have to really evaluate where we all go through things, but those is just experience for you to make better choices in life. If you seen your mom and dad do things that wasn't right, you use that as an example so you can make better judgment. Don't use that example to cause that to depress things in you that might depress you from being successful, because you use their examples of what they did to you as an excuse for you to minimize everything that makes you great. Hey, little chihuahua. So that's what I'm learning, to get away from the things that I was taught to minimize me and look at it as the past is the past, focus on now. That's all they focused on, now. Mm-hmm. I need to be focused on now. Stop worrying about what your parents did. Stop worrying about what this, that. Stop worrying about, you woke up today, you're breathing and stuff. It's easier said than done, because if it was by force, if you was waking yourself up, you probably won't wake up. But thank God that there's something higher than you that believes in you to wake you up every day. So that's what you got to be thankful for, that somebody woke you up even when you didn't want to be woken, because you got a second chance to make it better. So I'm not using my second chances the right way. I'm using my second chances the same way I'm using my first chance. Why? You can't get time back. I can get money back. I can get emotion back. I can get love back. I can get these things. I can't get my time back. I can't. So why are you wasting your time on your emotions when that's something that you can get back? You can turn that negative emotion into a positive. You can turn all that stuff you're feeling bad and give and turn it around. But you know what you do? You just focused on it. But when I talk to people here, they don't focus on it. So that slowly helped me getting out of it. I'm slowly, when I go to people and talk about my pain, they give me messages that still sound like the Bible. If you look at the bird and two trees is arguing, don't chop the tree down. Like, what? What do that mean? Little metaphors. That's all. That's all. But if I talk to my pain in America, oh, you need to do this. You need to leave. So now you got all this information of negative.
But you're talking to people that is still in that same mindset.
Yes.
And they don't even know it subconsciously. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. I was talking to my mom a couple days ago, and I was feeling just down. I was feeling depressed, because I mean, depression comes. We'll talk about that at another time. I ain't gonna put it in this one. Yeah. But I said, you know what? That's my mom. Let me, you know what I mean? And the first thing she said was, "Won't you come back?" And I'm like, I ain't coming. I didn't call you to say I'm coming back. I was trying to vent as a daughter to my mother, because I don't always want to overwhelm my husband. I don't want to overwhelm the women that I'm meeting here. So I tried to go back to what I knew was my mom. And she was like, "Won't you come back here?" And I'm like, "Ma, I ain't come back there. It ain't about no." And you know what I mean? So I had to cut it short, but it's like, it's okay. It's okay, because, you know, like he said, people worry about today, and back home, they put so much stress on you. You worry about what's in the mailbox, who's calling, they gonna come get the car, the rent, the doctor, you didn't pay your health insurance. What about here? It's just like, yeah, we know, we got common sense. These people are highly intelligent. Don't get it messed up. Like, you know what I mean? They're very intelligent, but they just live a more simple way. And that's how we supposed to be, in a more simple way. It's more simple. It's simple. And when I came here, I had to like put things together. Like, okay, it's a more simple way of living, but I'm advanced. Why am I not like? I had to like, because I feel like I was conflicting with the energy that was here.
Yeah.
So I had to slow down for a moment and realize what's important. And this is stuff that I knew when I was home, but it's different when you come here. You can research whatever you want, but if you go to a certain place and feel the energy, you connect with it different. So I had to realize like you need to slow down. You got to stop worrying. You got to take advantage of the natural environment. Every day is a nice day here. Every day, even if it rains, every day is a nice day. Right now, this is our first time having a winter. I mean, going through Christmas or winter, but it's sunny.
Summer, yeah.
You understand, to the point where we don't celebrate Christmas, but we're like, shit, we'll put some decorations up because the girls want to decorate. Because I'm thinking it's just being happy. And if a tree with some lights makes them happy, then do it. But back home, you know, and I'm not saying that you don't be in your thoughts, but it's too deep. It's too much. And the people back home, you feel bad because it's like, unless they leave, they'll never have this experience. Even if you come and visit for a couple of weeks and go back, it'll still resonate with you. I'm not saying you have to live here, but obviously if you live here, you're going to absorb it different. So my thing is to absorb this information. It makes me more in tune, and then I can give it back to you guys through being on social media and giving you information or even videos or pictures of what I'm experiencing, because you can't be stingy with your information. So whatever I'm learning, I like to give it back. If I know a stock, if I learned something, I'm gonna give it to you, because that's how we're supposed to be. So when you come here and they just move different. Like I said, everybody not happy you here. They don't look at you in that type of way, but 90% of the people here, like, they're very welcome. They help. And you got to understand, they're working 12-hour shifts. They're not getting paid by the hour, and they still have a smile. They will still stand there and use your translator, and they'll smile, but they're not laughing at you. They're just like, you know, I'm trying to get the sun out of my face because it keeps following me. So that's what I admire. You're not getting paid by the hour. You're going. So I've seen people go out their way to help us. Like, they'll stop their whole
for free.
And they're, like I said,
for free.
So when you see majority of people like that, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna start trying to learn the language better. And the few little situations of people, it wasn't nothing bad. It just wasn't good energy. It wasn't no disrespect. Nobody put their hands on us. Nobody tried to disrespect our stuff. Well, you can't get over here anyway if you wanted to. But it's just, everything is just a lesson, and I'm taking all my lessons in so I can regurgitate it, not just to my family, but everybody that does follow us on social media.
A lot. I'm gonna go a little deep. You know what I mean?
Take it deep, get the shovel, go deep.
You know what I mean? I got to dig this dirt up, right?
We gotta go deep.
I was always a black sheep. That's why my clothing was called Black Sheep, right? It was always a black sheep. It takes a black sheep to do stuff like this, right? And why I say that, because you always have to be different to live different. You have to be open-minded, right? To different, right? So, how can I explain this, right? A lot of my family look at it like, yo, why would you move all the way to Mexico? For what? All you had to do, tell you the normal mind, right? All you gotta do is get a job, get your stuff together, get your little job, get your little car, get a little nicer spot, and you live your life. And to me, that never sounded fun. And life ain't fun, but who the hell to say it ain't? Why would I get a life to just use it to work until I die? What I'm using this life for, right? So when I hear people talk about how I'm supposed to live life, in my mind, it don't make sense, right? So when I got an opportunity to come to Mexico, I've seen people living lives but with a smile on their face. So I'm like, hold on. They're working more hours. They're doing a lot more to survive and all stuff, and they're still smiling. We have way more Christianity and churches and shelters and something. We're not smiling. We're like mean and mad. I know a dude right now that got $20,000 and he's still mad. And I know a person right now that paid $250 a month and don't know how he's going to pay unless he do something, and he smile every day. I look at that. I'm like, yo, why? So when I see inner peace that has no value with it, so what are you working for when you can't buy peace? You can't. Because by the time you get that peace, you're going to have so much stuff built inside of you, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. Your physical going to be messed up just as well as your mental. So when I say people that has nothing, happy with themselves, I said, man, that's a lot. Because I got way more than you, and I'm sad. Mm-hmm. So then they teach you depression, they teach you anxiety, ADHD, ADD. I'm going to tell you something. When my friend come over with his son, the way his son act, we would have told him he got ADHD. Mm-hmm. Yo, he got ADHD. He don't even know what that means. Mm-hmm. He just says he's just a boy. He likes to run, fall, jump, hike, skip. He likes to do all that. He's a boy. If we do that, oh, he got ADHD. Now they're giving you Ritalin.
And tell him how he does his children with the tablet. Like the little girl is allowed to.
He wanted his son came over. His son is what, 5, 4, 3, 3. Right, around that age. His daughter's like 8. Let me around that age, right? So I had a tablet on a thing for the girls' school, right? So the son was poor. He's like, I want the tablet. He's like, no, I can't give it to him. So I'm like, yo, he can't. He's like, no, I can't give it to him. I was like, why you can't give it to him? He said, because he got him into boxing. He said if he get on that tablet, he won't find boxing interested no more, or he won't put his time into it because he's just going to do a couple things and go back to the tablet. That tablet will take his passion away. Now for his daughter, she's already she's mature enough to get the tablet and still cut it off, go do schoolwork, still not to do, and still not to maintain. A boy don't. He'll see the tablet, play a game, and then now it's time to box. His mind's still on the game. Like he can't give it all he got because his mind is still focused on. If I was in America, they say he can't do 2 things at once. He need Ritalin. Mm-hmm. He gonna need to be able to think. They're gonna give him something. He's gonna be boxing like this. They suppress the brain, and with all this information, that's not even for us. He knows. Well, he probably even got a high school diploma, but he knows common sense. Hold on, this device, I've seen what it does.
It's different between the male and the female, and it was just broken down different because boys is like
all over the place.
They're a little bit slower when it comes to learning stuff. But he just knew, now I can't give it to my son. I give it to my daughter because she know how to snap back, do her work, do whatever. So when you listen, and I'm thinking to myself, we'll look at their culture like, oh, they're uneducated, they're just good for working and all that. And it's like they're more connected than you'll ever be. And I think that's what a lot of countries that's outside of the US, culture. They might not have everything as looks like they got the, and that's why I want to say, like, United States is like a illusion.
It's a fashion show.
It looks a certain way, but when you really get in there, they do some dirt. But they make it look nice. They dress it up. It's like a female being dressed up, but she's the nastiest thing inside. But everything else, just, you know what I mean? So we get distracted by the dress up of how United States look, and we see other countries. That's why our families was like, it's dirty. Why are you going there? Like, my brother was like, oh, you're walking around by yourself. Do you feel safe? And I'm thinking to myself, hell yeah. I was more paranoid back home.
Yeah.
People
don't understand that.
They don't.
What? All that murder and the killing and shit. You know what the difference about here though? They let you know where the murder is at. It's a difference. In the hood, you don't know, but probably because of the look. Like, oh, this shit is dirty. Mexico, you can go to a place right now, be dirty and feel safer than any dirty place you've been to. It's just dirty.
It's just dirty.
It's still safe. It's just dirty. They don't want nobody hurt. They don't have the mentality to say, I want to kill somebody. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something real. You can leave something in front of your house as long as it ain't trash, something that a homeless person can take. Ain't nobody touching that thing. You know why? Because they don't want no problems.
Yeah, and they don't know who it belongs to. They know it's not theirs.
They don't want no problems. No amigo, no problems. They don't no problems. But you still got some people in other spots that want all the problems. So if you want the problems, you can go there for $100 a year. It's cheap. Nobody want to live there. So we have options here, and they're still cheap. You can get peace for a low cost. In America, for peace, to live by the ocean, gonna cost you $2,500, more than that.
And that's just your rent.
And that's your rent. I ain't charging you electric and not all that. That lets me know that y'all make these prices. Because if I went to Mexico right now, I can get a beach house for $700 a month with everything included. So who makes the prices? Because their prices is it's the money exchange, the currency. What? So you're telling me the price of the trees is different? So American trees of the money cost more than, is y'all listening? It's a game. And you don't know how to play it. So that's why you're stuck in it. I had to come out here and say, oh, I know it's a game. I watch the game and I was part of it. I don't want to be part of the game no more. I'm done with the games. I was the game and I was a good player and they knew that. And that's why family members that keep you part of the game because they know you're valuable in the game. They don't even know why. Sometimes entities work through other people to get you to stay. Sometimes the devil, I don't like saying the devil because it was a strong word and people get offended. But what I can say, certain things know how to work through other people that is important to you to make you listen to them. Because if it talked through somebody else, you won't listen. Let me talk to your mother. Let me talk to your father. You'll listen to them. So you got to know the information is coming out of love or it's coming out of somewhere else. That's you to learn. So when I was hearing the information, it wasn't positive. It wasn't motivational. It wasn't inspiring. It was all fears. What if this happens? What if this don't go right? What if this don't? I don't want to be that part of the game because I did the same thing with other people. I put my fear on them. You better not jump off there. They might be more brave than you, more encouraged than you. Let their encouragement reflect on you. Nah. This is why we're doing this. Hopefully our encouragement and what we experience here reflect on you to say, I'm going to get a passport and travel to India. I ain't saying come to Mexico.
Oh, yeah, you ain't gotta
I ain't saying come here.
It's just travel.
Travel. I don't care where you go.
Okay for you guys coming here.
I don't care where you go. Just leave there. That's all. Once you go to India right now and see how people live, to see the dance and the bread, you're like, you know what? Nobody listen to Jesus. Nobody. You go to Egypt right now. Egypt. You won't see no. Oh yeah, let's talk about Jesus. Like no, they living life. They keeping the culture going. It's a story that they knew about, but it ain't something they live on. They keep going. We're stuck. We're stuck on old things and expect new results. We still stuck on Jesus and all. He's not here. You are.
Yeah.
You're here. You are. That's like you know what makes me mad? Why would my daughter keep crying about me being there knowing I'm dead? Knowing that by you being here, I'm here. What the fuck? Why are you complaining about somebody that's gone when you're here? You are. You want some. That bugs me out. So I had to look at myself and say, man, you got to be better. You know what I mean? For better or for worse. I'm about to go I don't like to take a hit on my joint.
What?
My little release.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the thing about you come here, obviously we're here. So if you guys ever wanted to come visit, we've been networking with different people. So we don't have all the answers and solutions. You might come and need to get some certain healing done or I can put you in a direction. You might need something. I can call this person. You might need, you know what I mean? So it's having that foundation and knowing someone. So that's the safety net of coming here. Obviously we're here. And if you're coming for certain reasons, whether it's health reasons or looking for property or anything, we have certain people that we know that can handle that type of situation or put you in the right direction for that. But, sometimes it's weird because I think all the time and I'm like, yo, and I'm just being real with you. I can't come on. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, you really, like, what? I'd be like, yo, you really left. Mm-hmm. And it'd be a good thing. But then the other side, like, yo, what the fuck did you do? And whenever I say that, it's always an energy that lets me know, like, you don't even know what's in store. Like, it's more than just being here. And that's what keeps me excited and keeps me motivated, knowing that my daughters are getting this experience at their age. And sooner or later, they're going to be learning the language and everything a lot quicker than we were because they're children. They're going to adapt. They're just going to pick it up. But, we didn't do this on some selfishness. We did it to break those generational curses and to open not only ourselves up, but our children and the family. You know what I mean? I hope one day that his mom or my mom comes over here and visit. Will it happen? I don't. The chances is slim, but it's still the opportunity because we're not trying to be stingy with this experience. I can clear my extra room right now and throw a blow-up bed down and somebody lay on it. Like, I don't care. family, friends, you want to come, you don't want to stay in a hotel, you feel uncomfortable, you can come here. But I mean, I don't see a lot of traffic coming through that door. But you got a lot of women coming over here paying thousands of dollars to get their ass done when they need to be getting some healing done. You got beautiful women that are coming over here. Oh, it's cheaper to come and get my butt and boobs and all that shit done, right? You'll pay all that money to get something done that really, I mean, that's a whole other thing. I don't even want to go in on it. But you won't come to get your body cleansed. Like, you got women here right now that will help with your mental healing, with your spiritual. You got women here that practice their culture, their mind culture, with massages to get your insides right. Because this is something I experienced, that I went through. If you follow me on my page, you'll see the people that I went to get this healing done. And it don't cost nowhere near getting your ass done. So that's the mentality you got. And you think a man want to come wipe you? Like, come on, men are simple, but they're not stupid. So I get disappointed in the women that come here and they want to enjoy all the extra shit and get the face and butt done, but you don't want to get your spirit right or your inside, especially when you have bare children, like just getting everything together. As a woman, we're built different. That's what's sad and disappointing. But I can't put too much time over there because it's not for everybody. You can't force nobody to say, hey, instead of spending $10,000 on your ass, won't you take out only $500 to get all these things? But you won't do that. And I don't have time. Time is something that you can't get back, and it's going to keep. Time don't exist anyway. Your body, this vehicle is, I mean, it exists, but it don't to an extent. Because what's more important is what's inside. So that's why we can't. It's much more than just cheap rent and what you see, and not to knock nobody's channel or what they do. But I have to bring the realness, because when you come here, you're going to go through withdrawal. You're going to go through withdrawal of being in the United States around your family and friends, because that's all you know. That's a drug. So when you come here, you're going to go through withdrawal. Oh, how can you go through withdrawal if you want a better environment? Because that is toxic. So even though you know you don't want that car in that house anymore, you still got to go through withdrawal from it.
Yeah.
The phone calls, all that shit is withdrawal. I still sometimes like, damn, we ain't got no mail. I don't want mail, but it should, you know what I mean? I don't do it as much now, but it's still withdrawal that you have to go through mentally, physically, spiritually. So it's a lot. I'm not going to act like you come here and cherry on top and everything is good, especially if you come in here to really get right and face yourself. But once you go through the withdrawal, it's like anything else. You start to feel better. You start to look better. You talk better. So now that you are, that's out your system, now you can really function. You can find what you want to do. I came here to do jewelry readings. Now I might be doing a whole nother thing, but you can't get right until you go through withdrawal. And really being in the United States, you got to be a strong MF to go through withdrawal over there, because you really have to change people, places, and things to really face yourself and everything like that. And that's just on a spiritual side, because you can be your higher self over there. You can. But you got to be like more disciplined. You can, because I was in my higher self still. But you just don't realize how filthy, how toxic you are. You don't unless you leave. And I will always hold the utmost respect to the people and the culture that's here. Always. Yeah. I don't care if I be in Jamaica next year, if I be in Africa, I will always speak highly, and I never look down at Mexicans anyway. I just know they work hard. That's all I knew. Like, you know what I mean? In Atlanta, we see they work, but when you come here, it's much more. Yeah, they work hard.
They different.
For a lot.
Spiritual. I'm about to take a DMT trip messing with this. I'm about to take a DMT trip today.
It's a lot of natural medicine. When you use a DMT, I don't know if you want to talk, that might be a different, I would say that for a different. It's up to you if you want to talk about it. Because it's still your experience. It's still your experience.
I didn't really, the thing is.
Conversation, love hearing your experience. Oh, hi, Miss Tanya.
Oh, blessings.
And when I talk about those powerful women, that's one right there that, blessings. So if you guys want any information, please let me know. Because I have women around me and we're all still struggling, but they will help you get where you need to be. And they will also be a good support system. And because of these women, it helped to calm myself down, because I be going like this all day. And when you talk to these other women that have been there or been here longer, or just they help just to help ground you, just to sit you down for a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you a little story about my wife, right?
Oh
Tell you a little
Lord.
story,
Oh Lord. No.
My wife, when America was struggling with being her higher self, because my wife needs somebody stronger than her for her to listen to, right?
Mhm.
So my wife is so strong that if she see one chink in your armor, she already knows she got you. It's not a bad thing. This is a warrior mentality, but a spiritual warrior. Listen to it. I knew my wife needed to be around women that was on the same. Imagine having a wife that's in the house playing with swords all day, and nice too. I mean, like she's throwing ninja spears and shit like that, and then she go to the club with regular females.
Mhm.
Imagine that. She gonna be like, you know what? I just got my ninja star. It just came into the mail. The girl be like, ninja star? They're like, yeah, I just came in. You know, got a 3-inch steel and got a 2-inch spike. And like, you think I'm like, what? Nobody wearing nobody on ninja stars. So she felt by herself because there was no other females that was practicing martial arts where we was at. So what I did was say, you know what? She needed to be around more martial art women. So what I said was she needed to be around more women like her. Married to Mexico. Mexico was a lot of black women that was leaving United States to come here with no man, with just their belongings and their children. So right there, that was a plus because she's big on safety, because she's big on kids. I mean, kids, I don't want to walk around. And I'm big on it because I got my family, but she's going to dig in. So if I wanted to make sure it was first, so when she do dig in, it was a go, right? So she come to this place. I've seen the difference in her because it's more self-reflect.
Mhm.
Back at home, you can say whatever you want, but it ain't going to go nowhere. Now, when you see yourself, you can reflect on the information that's been coming to you because you see it. If you don't see it, you won't listen to it. If you see it, it could be a small part. So when she see, hold on, I got a lot of pain. Now you know you had it, but you just didn't hear. It makes you work on it. It make you work on it. So this was a blessing because the opportunity we had to come here, a lot of people don't get that. Of how we had the opportunity to come here, for us to be only in our 30s, and people have to wait till they retire to come here to live comfortably, or you can just sell everything and move at once. But the universe made sure it takes time to get yourself right, so I make time for you to be right. Because I know right now you just can't go get a job with all that pain you got inside you, because you're gonna bring it to you gotta work on yourself. Because once you work on yourself, you're gonna be good working with other people. But right now, I'm off balance. I can be working today, not work tomorrow. You know what? I don't like what he said yesterday. I'm so stuck in my emotions, so stuck in the way I am, that I got to change that if I ever want to work with people for a long point of term. In America, I can bring my stress to people, and they'll just talk with me. Yo, you want to smoke a blunt? You want to just talk about how you should leave her? You want to talk about fuck that nigga? He ain't shit. Girl, there's so many men out here, you ain't got to worry about him. You know what they say? Go to your family, man. Here they say go to your family. Y'all make it work. Sometimes you got to do this. They'll give you ceremonies to go to. Ain't no therapist. Nah, y'all got to fix something inside. It's something in y'all that's unhealthy. They don't say, well, go talk it out. Nah, you got to look inside. That's what they teach here. They even do massages to fix inside. This ain't for pleasure. This is because something is off. They're in tune with that. I wasn't even tuned with none of this. So it makes me evaluate myself because there's something inside that's off. I just thought it was a mental thing. It's deeper than, you got two brains. You got two. One here and one here. If this off, you're not gonna be able to eat to get this right. And if this off, this gonna make this thinking off. Because now you're so thinking on your pain in your stomach, you're not thinking on what you should be doing. If these two is in line, like chakras, this is in line, balanced, then you can move more easy. But if it's like this is how you're gonna go through life. This way, this way, this way, this way. Nobody teaches me that. Nobody taught me that. Nobody taught me read more books. Look at these interviews. Look at these people. That's not helping in here. That's not helping what my dad said to me when I was 7. That's not what my mom's. It gives me more information to band-aid it. That's it. That's it. But I need to really work inside because people have less information with more connection. I got all this information, but I lost my connection. So what's the point of having all the information if you're not connected to use it? That's like having a charger and a phone, but you never connected. It's going to die. But you could have saved the battery. You could have saved it. All you had to do was charge it up. Put it to use. I don't. I leave my battery dying. I know it's dying every day instead of charging the battery. The opportunity that God gave me put me here to charge my battery because maybe America wasn't the right charge for me. It had to take me 100, 200, 300, 9,000 miles away. It's deep. Some people rehab be far away from home, don't it? But this rehab it's more spiritual. It ain't for drugs. It ain't for that. We think it's that. Man, this is for something deep. When I took that DMT, I ain't gonna tell you my experience. When I took that DMT, my first time, it was no Jesus. It was no God. But it was something people pray to. That's weird. Bugs, I don't pray to him. I don't ever believe in him like that. I know he exists at one point in time. I know it's something. But when I see it in my head, without me being connected to it, it made me start thinking, what really am I connected with? I start thinking, like, what was I in my past life? It made me start opening my eyes up. I wish we had more people doing that. Open your eyes, man. Open that eye. I know you're scared. Because of what light comes in. You ever open your eyes up and you see so much brightness, you try to shut it again? Man, take all that in. Because that's going to be up for the brain. That melanin from the sun that goes to your eye goes to your brain. That's vitamins. That sun, even though it might hurt in the beginning, it has healing process in it too. Go through the healing. Open your eyes up, man. That's all I'm saying. I know I talk. You know me. I talk a lot.
What you grabbing? What you doing? Yeah, just to the thing is, it took us like 3 years to actually leave because every year I kept getting that intuition and that energy to leave. And every year was an excuse. And I realized what it was. I wasn't ready to give up the materialistic stuff that I had, the house, the car we had, like everything. But I knew it was too heavy. I knew that, and you can ask my husband, like I would say probably like 2 years before we left, I got rid of all my winter stuff because I knew I was going somewhere warm. All my boots, my jackets, like all my stuff. I slowly was giving stuff away. But it took like 3 years for us to leave. And when we left, we had to stay in a hotel because the passports, when we were in the process of coming here, financially, we were struggling. So every piece of money we had was going towards bills and food because we didn't have money to get the passports. We didn't get the passports till after. My daughters needed theirs. My husband had to get his. So then we had to wait. We had to take this money, go into a hotel and wait. So now we're spending all this money because New York is expensive on hotel, food. We still had the car. The car was giving us problems. We had to fix stuff on the car just to get around. And on top of it, we had to sell the car. So we couldn't sell it with the problem it was having. So we had to spend like $500 on a car that we knew we wasn't keeping. So it was making me depressed. We got the passports. We left. Soon as we got off that plane, I said, oh, hell no. That heat felt like an oven. It was different than when we went to Puerto Vato because we were by the water. This heat was terrible. The Airbnb was downtown Central, but I didn't like it. So right away, I started getting hit with these different energies and thoughts like, what the hell? It's hot. I don't like the Airbnb. The energy is weird, because again, we were going to move to a different part of Mexico. Mm-hmm. So this was our first time being in Merida, and this is where we're going to live at. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like it. So 2 weeks of Airbnb and hotel, we started contemplating going back over, but going somewhere warm, like Texas, Atlanta, something like that. So me and him started going back and forth, but now we're getting frustrated.
Now we're arguing.
You know what I mean? And the night before we were going to leave, I went on Facebook Market and I seen the house.
This one right here.
And I seen it, and I'm like, okay. A few people was jumping on it. I liked the price. I didn't know where the hell it was at. Remind you, we were working with a realtor, whatever you want to call it, to help you look for spots. But they wasn't moving the way we wanted to. We had already got cheated out some money. They wouldn't give the security back. That was another thing. We put down a security. We wanted it back. They wouldn't give it back. I looked at the contract that wasn't read to me. It was in Spanish. You can't get it back. That's another thing. Anything you get, you better read that shit with your translator.
Because you don't get your money back. You can't sue
If
nothing.
you're working with someone and they don't translate that paperwork, don't use that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Get your translator and read it. So the night before, I'm like, yo, I'm about to leave. I had an apartment to a house to look at. Me and him, our energy was off. I said, babe, you need to come with me because you just need to come with me. Just
now
we're
going to look at the house. We're about to look at
to look at the house.
Because if we didn't find this house, we was ready to go.
We was leaving. I was going to go somewhere warm. I wasn't going back to New York. So he said, go by yourself, leave the kids here. I'm like, no, come with me because I just come with me. So we had a hard time finding it. The Uber drops us somewhere else. I'm like, what the hell? I'm about to leave because you don't understand. Everything's going wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm about to it's hot. You don't understand. It is freaking hot,
it's blazing. It's July.
And it's aggravating. I'm not used to this type of heat. I'm not by the water no more. I'm just walking around. People looking at you weird. We find the spot. He opened the door. We didn't even go upstairs yet. And I'm like, we want it. And our landlord is not from Mexico. He's not Mexican. So he speaks English and understands it, but he's from
Hungarian. He's Hungarian. Don't forget, other people came too. Look at it.
Yeah. So as soon as we hit upstairs, he said, "I want it." The landlord's like, "You want it?" And they already vibing with each other.
Yeah, that's my
man.
So
he said, "Listen, I'm about to tell the people. I got more people coming. I'm gonna just show it to them." He said, "But it's yours."
Yeah.
Make a long story short, the people leave. The landlord takes my husband to the hotel
and to check the cash,
get the cash. So when my husband comes back, he already has the bags. The landlord is like, you sure you want to move in today because the house is not clean? And it wasn't filthy, but he just wanted to clean. I'm like, no, I'll finish cleaning it. I said, I'll finish cleaning it.
Oh yeah. He was like, you sure?
So that was 4 months ago. The 23rd will be exactly 4 months. And our landlord lives next door to us. He's very helpful. He
the bro
told us what to do, what not to do, like just how to, you do your own thing, but just putting us on to stuff, even with the water, like just a lot of different things of how to live and survive here.
He makes sure we're comfortable.
Yeah, to make sure we're comfortable. Even right now, he's getting something for our daughter's bed that we didn't ask him, but just stuff like that. So he don't even want to come in his house if we're not here. You know what I mean? He's very, very. So you don't understand the universe. Even though these entities and the energy, because see, when they say new level, new devil, it sounds cool to put it on a shirt, but that's real shit. Yeah. Because we got past that line. When they say don't go past the gun line, we crossed it. Now that we crossed it, we had entities waiting to say, oh, hell no. Heat, food, people looking at you. You don't see that shit, go back over there. Because these entities don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to be more of your higher self, because the more your higher self, the more you're going to try to help other people. It only takes one person, and that'll trickle to help another person. I don't need a million people behind me. So they know the system as well as the angels that are around you. These entities, they know what's going on. So once we got the house, a lot of things was at a standstill because it was like, okay, we're staying.
I know.
But then all the other shit that we was going through, a lot of different issues, a lot of things came up. But the more you and see, I'm talking about being in Mexico, but this is just real life stuff that we go through on this journey. The more you are fighting against these entities, the more you gain strength. So not only am I gaining strength and being comfortable in Mexico and where I live at, but I'm also gaining strength within myself. And that's why I'm so big on my channel. It's not just, I'm not going to just show you all the nice stuff. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to really sit down and have a conversation, because it's much more than just being over here. But them entities is real. They don't want you to do anything more than what you've been doing. And by us, like getting on a plane, coming, everything that we was doing that they was trying to stop us from doing, we kept doing it. So yeah, it's going to be some more shit coming, because every day they come in and they say, okay, well, how you going to make money? How you going to do this and that? And I'm thinking to myself, the universe wouldn't have brought us here to just like, you know what I mean? So sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna keep making my jewelry. I'm gonna keep advertising my stuff. I'm gonna keep doing readings for people. And along the way, if I pick up a different type of job or learn something, so if you can do that every day, you're gonna be right. But you can't start worrying, because that opens the door for negative entities to walk their ass in and say, okay, we'll worry about, look at your bank account. Look at this, look at that. Nah, it ain't gonna play that way. You might have a bigger blessing around the corner. You just won't sit still and be quiet enough to accept it or let it come in. Because energy is always around us. And if anybody ever watch or listen to Dolores Cannon, she talks about manipulating energy, not in a bad way, but using it for us, because it's around everything. It's in everything. So I know for a fact from just our journey from beginning to now that it was meant for us to be here. And, how things worked out with this house was crazy. And it's a beautiful house. The neighborhood, the area is perfect for us because we don't have to do much. We can just walk outside and go on this end to the mall or Walmart, go over here. So I don't have to go anywhere unless I want to. Unless you want to get in an Uber and go, obviously, there's certain things that's not right next to me. And even for myself and for him, we know that if we reach out to someone, that the person you're reaching out to is going to give you positive information.
Oh, yeah.
It says, yeah, do your art, still work on what else you have to do.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Everything. And everybody that's in the room, even the people that's not commenting because I can't see you, but that's a fact. I got my stuff sitting right here. You know what I mean? It's just staying focused. It's just here. It pushes you more because you're just more in tune.
Hold on. I can show y'all right now, quick. Right there.
Oh yeah, I keep my jewelry outside. I keep it charged, get the good energy. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be in a house. So I brought my stuff out here. I like to be outside. Yeah. It's always nice out. It's always nice. So why sit in the house? The doors is always open, you know what I mean? So yeah, you still deal with anxiety.
Thank you for sharing your experience. My family and I are moving to Merida in March. We're coming for that piece. Love to link up when we get there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Already, man. Like I'm gonna tell you what I have to learn too. I was thinking about it. Nobody where I'm at smokes weed like I do. Nobody. You know why? Because they have too much going on in the day to smoke. See, you understand? Like I noticed, like your addiction can be worse out here because how cheap it is. So right now, for an ounce of weed is just $40, right? For just say whatever drug or drink you might be into, it might be cheaper. Like, all right, a pack of cigarettes is $4, right? So, pardon my soul. So in America, I don't smoke cigarettes. The only thing I was smoking was weed. I don't drink. It's expensive when you go out, you know what I mean? Here, you might get a whole big thing of beer for $5. You know what I mean? Here, the cat's out there. They be out there fighting all the time. They be out there going in. Because I'm gonna tell you, somebody here is a lot of loose animals that just walk around. So everything is cheaper. So what I did was, sometimes it becomes a bad thing is that you sometimes you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get me an ounce, you know what I mean, whatever like that, and then you'll smoke that in like a week or like some of that, and because it's cheap, $40, you get but now you know your addiction's getting bigger. You know what I mean? Let me get a pack of cigarettes because you know what I mean, I'm about to go get me out, something like that. You know, but they're only $4. You know what I mean? It's like now your addiction is becoming more louder because the prices are more cheaper. So I had to look at myself like that too, because if you're going through something and you're having a bad day, you're gonna go to an American way of fixing it. Let me go get a drink. Knowing that if you only take 500 pesos out, you get drunk. You know what I mean? $40 is good stuff, man. That thing is fine. It smells like pine. The thing about see, this is what I like about here. American weed, right, are grown from female plants, but you need a seed to grow it. So a lot of female plants are cloned. So they're just grown out of a female. So there's no male in the weed because it didn't grow from a male seed. From a seed in general, it grew from a female. So if I had a seed and it grew a female, by it growing from a seed, it has that male as well as the female. But if I cut the female and replant her, it comes from no male seed or seed at all. So now it's just full female, right? It doesn't have no male in it because you keep just a female, right? It's not gonna say it, right? lot of times the weed in America leaves your hormones, I mean, your sexual drive sometimes numb. You be so high that he high too. So your drive is more like, yo, it's over here by being, it still got seeds in it. So you know it's grown from, you can smoke it's still ready to go. Like, oh, hey. It's not like, yo, stuck, yo, I'm high as hell. You be smoking, you be like, oh, I'm good. Like, oh, like you ready because it's good, natural stuff. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like purple. It ain't supposed to have all that in it. It's grown just like that in a good environment. Some places on the beach, it's grown. You get it. You be like, yo, man, this is good. Like it gets the job done. You ain't got to be like this to be good. You know what I mean? That's too much. So when you do smoke a little bit, they don't smoke it obsessively to even want it to be enjoyable to the point where you smoke it all the time. Because it's not made to be enjoyable. It's made for medicine. So where I'm from, we enjoy smoking. Smoking is like a way we talk, the way we communicate. Yo, let's smoke a blunt. You know what I mean? Here it might be, let's have a drink. Yo, we going out, amigos. We're going to drink. We're going to have a drink. That's their way of, where I'm from is smoke a blunt. Yo, you want to smoke a blunt? You want to match? They don't use that like that. It's not for that. Now, drinking is for a different, you know what I mean? But so I had to learn, stop using that for that because it's not made for that. You depress a lot of your talent by smoking. Some people, all they need is a couple pulls and it enhances. But if you keep drinking, you're going to get drunk. You could drink a little bit to fill, or you could drink obsessively to be drunk. So anything you do obsessively becomes bad for you. So you got to know how to moderate. You got to know how to balance it. So that's what I'm learning to do. Because over here, by things being cheaper, you can get sucked into that. I've heard stories from people that come here that was regular people, but then they start getting the drugs because it's cheaper and they go downhill. Because something that might be $100 there might be only $20 here. So now you're just, and that's not good. So you got to be right here because you would take the resources here and use them the same way you did in America for your own benefits. You didn't look at weed for what it was for. You look at it for what it dealt with. That's not good because it's not made for that. I got DMT right now, right? And it's regular. It's from a toad. It's from a poisonous toad. I can't smoke it every day. It's not made for that. But if we was in America and everybody was smoking it, DMT be the new thing. Everybody smoking DMT. It's not made for that. Ayahuasca, it's not made for that. Ashwagandha is not made for that. A lot of those drugs ain't made for that. But since we have been programmed to use it for our own pleasure, or not for nature's pleasure, or for your mental pleasure, for your stress. I got anxiety. Let me smoke. Nah, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You can microdose shrooms and get rid of anxiety. No bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Natural stuff. I'm not saying something you buy from a store or something. You can get a little piece of shroom. Now, this is a natural thing, but you can take a whole one and get more than a body high. And might get, so it's the more you would consume, the more. So if you take a little piece and walk through, you'll see things from a different. It's natural. I'm not walking around here on shrooms, but I'm just saying I know the benefits from taking it because I've seen the benefits from. You know what I mean? But if you take anything naturally, obsessively, if you eat bananas every day, you fuck around, mess your potassium all up. Your potassium higher than your damn iron. That's not good. Mm-hmm. Too much banana. They tell you too much. You got too much potassium. It's not good because it's not balanced. You see what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to balance it.
Too much anything.
So what I'm learning is the way you're doing things by not being balanced, you shouldn't do it at all. That's it. If I got a female right now that can't go out, or she say me, you can't go out and balance yourself around other people, then you don't need to go out. Because your judgment won't be correct because you're not balanced. So I need to learn to be balanced. And you know what makes balance? Discipline. Discipline. Every time you get an urge to do something, balance is not doing it. That's the balance. If you do every urge, you have no balance. Every time you're urged to speak, every time you're urged to express, every time, that's no balance. You know what balance is? Time and a place. And we're taught that as kids. There's a time and a place for everything. We're taught that. There's a time. It's balance. We had no balance. There's a time to smoke. Time not. My wife said this morning, I want to smoke, but it's not the right time.
Yeah.
It's not the right time. Me, every day's the right time. Let me do it. You have no balance. You got to start working on that balance. See what I'm saying? Smoke so much, my stomach hurt. Oh, this no balance. If you smoked one today, it was the word. You have no balance.
But you gotta look at that is medicine.
Yes.
So you can't consume too much medicine because it's gonna make you
sick.
That's like saying, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna drink water." Like even drinking, anything of doing too much of anything. So it's just a medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was back home, I used to microdose with the mushrooms that help with like the anxiety, depression, everything. Obviously, coming here, you're going to have more access to things that are natural.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can always inbox us. Certain things, I don't like talking about everything on this YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you guys inbox me, I can always, talk to you on Facebook, WhatsApp, or anything like that. Even some of the questions I see, is it good stuff, all that. Now, I'm not going to get in trouble for saying something's good or not. But certain things, like I said, talk to me off of here because I don't want to make the live get into is the weed good or not. So those are questions that we will answer. You can just inbox us and you can always direct people to your Facebook or WhatsApp, stuff like that, right? But it's medicine. So for me, I'm not a smoker, but because the medicine is different here, I will take a little bit of that medicine. You know what I mean? This morning, I'm like, you know what? If I'm feeling that I don't need it, you don't need to take it.
I'll smoke it.
You see what I'm saying? And that's with anything. That's like some people, I had a surgery and my back feels good, but you take a pain pill anyway. You see what I'm saying? And that pain pill, that's man-made, but still, now you're abusing it. So even though this is grown, don't abuse the medicine. And if you are suffering with any type of anxiety, depression, I'm telling you, when you come here, you might get hit harder because like I say, you're going through the withdrawal stage, but the outcome is going to be better. The outcome is going to be better. You're going to link with, and that's the thing. Don't come here trying to link with everybody because they look like you.
No, don't do that.
You know what I mean? Get with the right people, with the right circle. And that's how we have always been. Our circle might not be for you, but our circle is more, I won't say it's more authentic because I don't want to knock nobody else's circle, but it's just healthy for us. It's healthy for us, and the people that we do have around is very like-minded and just like very determined of what's going on. Like they didn't come here for no drama and all that type of stuff. So that's the type of people we try to keep around us. Because listen, when I want drama, you guys, my husband, I go watch Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
My lower self is always going to be with me. So when I feel that lower self and I don't want to go out and do certain things or whatever, I will go put that TV, that YouTube on and watch some old Love and Hip Hop or what's going on and like, oh shit, she's still doing it. You know what I mean? Because that lower self just wants that little feed. For some reason we think that when we're on this journey that the lower self is just like disappeared, but it's part of who you are. So what I've done to learn how to feed that side is, watching something to take my mind. Because sometimes you don't want to be on a spiritual journey all the time. You don't want to, you just want to break from it. It's just natural. Who wants to get up and do this all the time? That's just me. So I'll go distract myself with something I can watch on TV. Ain't gotta be Love and Hip Hop. It could be some type of movie or something like that. But definitely when you come here, even though you're here and you're more on sacred ground and the stuff you're around, you still got to be careful of the people that surround you.
Everybody nice.
You got people that look like you. They know you're new. They know you got something in your pocket.
They'll use that.
They want to come over here because they know, oh, you just got here. You must have some money. You just got here. You got something in that pocket. Either you saved it, you sold something. So be careful of the people that you have around you. Be careful of just have your common sense. We all got common sense and we act like we don't know how to use it.
Everybody didn't come here to heal.
No, they did not. Everybody didn't come here to heal. And I'm an intuitive empath, so I feel energy 1,000 times more. You don't have to feel energy the way I do, but you still feel energy because we're all connected to the universe. We all have an umbilical cord that's still connected to the universe. It's just sometimes we don't like to listen to it. We don't tap into it. And some people are just more gifted to where they're more in tune, so they use that as a
Mhm.
gift. Like I do, I try to do readings for people, stuff like that. And a lot of times I'm doing stuff for free, or I'm just talking to somebody. It's not always about money, even though it's supposed to be equal exchange, right? But just be careful when you come. When you just be aware.
Please do.
Just be aware. Like you said, everybody ain't come for healing. Everybody ain't come at the table to break bread with you, and that's just people in general. I don't care where you go. Don't think because it's no.
You can't be awoke and keep getting played.
Yeah. Now you have access to better people.
Yeah.
But just don't be fooled by these groups. Don't be fooled by everyone that has a outfit on or look like they don't. Just be really be in tune with the energy and vibes and conversation. Don't be so quick to just have everybody around you, because then what happens, you're gonna come here for healing and growing and end up doing the same shit you did back home, because that person, you want to get down more. What you doing? I don't know if she want to get down or what.
Come on,
so you can get caught up with the wrong people environment, and now it's like, damn, I'm going through the same shit I was going through back home. No, if you even feel that for a second, remove yourself and evaluate the situation, because it takes a lot to come here, especially when you're coming here to live, and you're changing your whole life and environment. But then you think about it, it feels overwhelming, but it's really not. It feels overwhelming because your mind is telling you you're in another country. I don't speak the language, this and that. The laws is different. But at the same time, if you're really connected to God and the universe and your ancestors, it's not that hard.
You're good. You're good.
We all this belongs to us. I'm from New York. That's where I was born. But all of this is a part of us in some type of way. That's why you see them practicing the Aruba
Oshun
religion and culture.
Yeah.
That's something that's from Africa. The Oshun, yeah. So you see that trickling here. So we're all connected. Don't get overwhelmed by, you know what I mean?
I've seen a dude with African tattoos.
Yeah.
Mexican.
Yep.
On my soul. Mexican.
Yep. A couple days ago.
Fool, he don't know English at all. He know a little bit. Full Mexican. Walking around with African statues in his bag. He probably do voodoo. Everything was African. And he said it like, yo, like, all I practice Africa. Like, that's what I practice. Because when I showed them out, they don't play. When it comes to, I'm going to tell you something different where I'm from. They'll die for what they believe in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you? No, look, they got altars. You know how you love your mom, but you ain't got no altar up to remember her. They got altars to remember who they praise every day. You got some people pray that you get better. And you got some people that pray that you get worse. You got some people right now that go to their altar and pray something happened to you. You got some people that pray that they get money, everybody, but people take that serious. I wish you would say, man, that ain't real. Just say that. Just say that, man, that ain't real. Man, that's some put some negative on, man, that's some bullshit. Yeah, I can do that over there. I can say, man, that's some bullshit, and they'll go back and forth. They're not going back and forth with you here.
Yeah.
They're not going to go back and forth. All that back and forth arguing, man, no. It's over. Discipline. I like that. Where I'm from, we use our mouth too loosely. We use those words that we're learning, we use them too loosely. Over here, it's just one word from good morning. Buenos dias. It ain't grand rising, good morning, top of the top, do this, peace and bless. It ain't none of that. Buenos dias. That's it.
Simple. That's what I was saying. Simple.
Buenas noches. Buenas status. That's it. Good afternoon, good morning, good night. Over I'm from, top of the top, dark night, red rum, see you later, alligator.
All slangs and stuff.
What?
What's going on?
You're confusing. Simple. We got so many ways to fix problems, but we don't put all those ways in actions. They don't have a lot of ways to fix actions. They got a couple ways, and that's it. That's it. They ain't gonna keep trying to find a way. We need to learn to love each other more, because if we don't, there's a consequence. They love each other because they don't want to disrespect nobody.
I've never seen so much public display of love.
Oh man!
And I don't mean
because I'm black.
I don't mean inappropriate. I just mean since I've been here, like couples really show like they love each other.
Oh,
They
man,
be
romantic?
hugged up. They
You
be
don't wanna talk about
holding
romantic.
hands. They be kissing, and it could be like in the weirdest spot. It could be in the most romantic spot. It's never nothing where it's like, oh, I got kids around. But they just like to show love and affection.
They breastfeed in public.
Yeah, they don't. It ain't like,
What
oh
is
my
you
God.
talking about? It ain't no nigga like this
Yeah.
over her back. No, I seen them. Boop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, where I'm from, you got perverts.
Or you got somebody complain, oh my God.
Oh my gosh, he
why
put our
is
chest out. It's for this danger. I got my little child here. He don't need to see that, and he's only 5 years old. Nigga, how you get your strength?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you got your little titty on it. Now you grown. Now you can't see one. It was at a time. That's how you lived. Don't be ashamed of how you got. Hey, that's how this next baby got to get his strength.
Mm-hmm.
We're taught different. We're taught so we're isolated. We're so opinionated. We're so debative. We're so much. Here, just natural. This is for breasts. This is for my child, not for you. Boop, child. Everybody knows that. Nobody is lusting or trying. No. You got some female respectable that put their little towel on themselves, but it's natural. It's respect. You see bums kissing. Two bums kids love each other, holding hands. Yo, you know you don't have to, but holding hands shows a sign of togetherness. If a female ain't holding his hand and there's some space between them, they're not together. They're friends. There's something. They even know if my wife, me walking, I gotta hold her hand. Not have to, but it's just love. That's all it is. You hold her hand, letting people know. It's not let people know. It's even letting you know. Whatever it is, we're together. This is my partner for over a decade. This is my partner. We're together. If there's like this, we're not connected.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about connection. Two hands connecting, frequency, connection. We're connected. If there's no connection, it lets other people know that there's some split in there, and it's open season.
Mm-hmm.
They're not connected. So we're not shown to be connected. I didn't see connection in my household. I seen people there with no connection. They work on connection, expressive. I could be sitting right here. I swear to God, you can be sitting right here and you'll see it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
They're always showing they're connective. That means a lot. Means a lot. We don't get that. That's why so many black men say, I never was hugged and kissed in my life. How? Well, you got a mother that was there.
Mm-hmm.
So your mother never hugged and kissed you? Are you serious? That makes no sense. Men here, oh, they gonna hug and kiss you.
Yeah.
It gets. I even think the females get tired of a nigga always like this. You know where I'm from? Come on, nigga, give me some space.
Mm-hmm.
They've been together 20 years. She's still like, give me some space. Not here.
That's not healthy.
That's not here.
Even for the children.
Always. They out there playing. I want that.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it today. I was walking to the store. Family walking. Son bad himself. He took off. Down the street. He run by me. The dad chased him. Here go the mom with the daughter. Boy shit. The girl, she didn't run. She didn't take off. She's still with the mom. Boy shit. She didn't yell at him. Go get him. Look at you. You don't hold his hand. Look, if you hold his hand more, he won't run. They don't think like that.
Yeah, we're very aggressive the way we discipline outside too. Like,
What the
I'm
fuck?
not saying that those kids don't get no ass whooping, but it's more quiet. So they might get a little like, oh, stop,
Hello.
whatever. But once you get
Yeah,
out
yeah.
the store or out from public, then that's when the discipline
Yeah.
come in. It's not like back home, like it's just too much going on.
Anger.
You yelling at your kids, and
Anger.
it's so normal. People be laughing,
Anger.
like, yeah, go ahead and fuck them up. That's what my mom did to me. But it's like, nah, like sometimes that's not good because again, we're going on energy. It doesn't matter what your mom and dad did because 9 out of 10, our mom and dad was not breaking generational curses. They didn't know any better.
No.
So don't say what your mom and dad did because we always want to do better. We want to take what they taught us and do better. Let's not hold them accountable. Let's not hold that against them, but let's do better.
Yeah.
So I remember one time I was out and one of my girls was acting up and I raised my voice and I could tell people was looking at me like, what
What
you
happened?
doing?
Like, what's going on? What are you doing?
and I'm like, oh shit.
different.
Right away, that energy, you feel it.
Like they don't
Now,
say nothing. They
Do
don't
it
say
when
nothing.
you get outside the store.
Mm.
You know, don't do it in that type of area. So I know I don't get all that when I go out. Like people just scream at their kids and you know, obviously we know how to discipline being more quiet and, you know, but it's just the energy, everything. And I'm an energy person, so I love it, but then there's also a side that I don't like because, you know,
it's too much, overwhelming sometimes.
But the good always outweighs the good. I mean, the good outweighs the bad here, but everything is energy. Mm-hmm. So even when me and my husband go out, like, we're not taught, that's not our thing to hold hands all the time, but you start to like, oh, let me, you know what I mean? I said, babe, how did it make you feel all day? He's like, I like it. You know what I mean? So we're just trying to, like, because even though you know you're supposed to be doing it, it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, showing love.
Even though your husband's telling you it feels good, you're like, okay.
Showing love.
That's what I mean by you don't realize how toxic you are. Because the people here are still connected to their culture.
Yeah.
America, there's no culture. You go to Africa, China, there's going to be Babylon. There's going to be craziness. If you want craziness, I can show you. The same way you want healing, I can show you where the craziness is at. But that's just a fact. That's anywhere. We know what craziness means. It's common sense. But at least if you want some culture, you can grab it. Back in the United States, you can't grab no culture.
Because all somebody else's that we grab.
You can't grab it. It's so many different. You don't know what's going on. So that's the difference between being here and grabbing what it has to offer. And like I said, you can go anywhere you want. Obviously, you come here. We're here, so, you know, to feel like someone's here to help you or point you in the right direction. And the thing I like about Mexico is you can always drive back over if you want. If you want to take a road trip, that's what I like, because it's still that road that connects me to going back over. But it's a
be ready for that road too. They driving is different.
Yeah, that driving, that's a whole nother thing. We could do so many. I mean, I can sit here all day.
But I'm about to end this though. I'm hungry. I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to eat, get myself situated. This was supposed to be a trial run.
Yeah, but then when you
I know you get into your joint. See that, and then we know what happens. You say too much. Then when your next live, and you try.
No, I got so much.
Because I want to go. I want to go into like
so many more stories.
It's a lot of stories that we could talk about. That's American. That's even mind blowing. From like being to Atlanta, being in Ohio, when her working in Ohio, how we had to get to work, and all these trials and tribulations, right? Sometimes it's good to talk about it because it lets people know where you come from or what you overcome. A lot of people have been through some stuff. There's people right now that have been in here with cancer. There's people right been here with like lupus or some hard stuff to make them stronger because what they overcome, right? A lot of times we know we can overcome it, but we don't be powerful to be the overcame. I want to know that everything I've been through in life was for a reason. And when I lose that reason, I lose my way in life. So when I sit here and we talk about these things, it just really evaluates how blessed I really am. I've been in a situation calling her while I'm in bushes, ready to do something negative. And things always went ways that wasn't in my plan, but was in a universe plan. So if I want to go do something, nothing happened, I'll see that same guy 2 weeks later with a different, you know what I mean? So it's like everything happens for a reason. And I have to realize that the universe have kept me in them reasons for a purpose. You don't love yourself enough to always keep yourself strong, but there's something out there that loves you enough to make you strong to get through things. So when I see that, it always gives me a little bit of purpose or a little bit of determination to be more, because even though my dad was a good talker, this don't compare nothing to my dad. Nowhere near shape or form. My dad, he can talk his ass off. You imagine my dad can fight, but he never won a championship. I mean, he never won like a boxing, like he never won a title. He could fight, but he never was a fighter to be a champion. But he made me, and I became champion. So it lets me know he gave me the skill, but I mastered it. So my dad gave me the skill of learn how to speak, but I had to learn my own skill of how to use it. So I got the skill of speaking. I'm not nervous. I don't do that certain thing. Now that's him. He got the same heart, but he used it for the wrong intentions. So I took it and said, you know what? I got something special here. Let me use it for. So once we find our special gift that we got that been passed down, because my dad got that from his dad got that from his dad got that from, and if you look at all, and she'll tell you, all my uncles are the same as me. All of them.
It might be one quiet one. They'll say he's different than the other ones because all the other ones is loud. He's the quiet one. We're all the same. They talk, they do. So I come from a generation of these type of men.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm using what I have in this for my daughter might have the same thing. You see what I'm
But
saying?
you're the only one that is aware
Aware.
enough and wanting to break that generational
Yeah.
curse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And I'm aware because you know what I mean? All my family, they're smart.
Mhm.
They're not dumb because they're not homeless. None of my family homeless. They can keep a job. They can pay a bill. They can do what it takes to be financially stable in this crooked world. They're smart enough. It's not dumb. Ain't them homeless, on drugs, don't have a license. No, all of them got something going on for themselves, but they never went over that boundary. They kept it right here. They the only ones that say don't go outside that wall. Inside the wall is it's all the family, cousins, nieces, but they never let me go outside. So I'm like, I want to go over the wall. They're like, what you want to go over that wall for? Ain't nothing over there. Stay here. You like everybody else. Not me. And know what happens once I go over the wall? I see from everything for what it is. I see all other walls of other people in there. And I only see like 6 kids over there coming over the wall. You know, everybody trying to escape over there. That's what we did. So when I look at that, my mind is like, oh my God. And I'm still looking at them, they still in the wall. Over the wall. Yo, come over that wall. We ain't going over that wall. Even though I'm over the wall, like, yo, it's okay. Ain't nobody over there. Like, nah, we ain't going. It's not meant for everybody. That's why something in you went inside you and said, let me go over this wall. Why didn't go in him? Why didn't go in him? Why ain't he as curious as you are? What makes you different? That's why they say everybody the same. We're not the same.
Some people are really the chosen for real.
And then some people are the conscious.
For real.
That's why I say chosen versus conscious.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people right now that's chosen, that's not conscious. I know some people that's conscious, that's not chosen. They're very aware. They're very smart, but they don't have a connection with the universe. They got a connection with the library.
Mm-hmm.
They got a connection with the Google.
That's a good one.
That's their connection.
That's a good one.
They don't got no connection with the universe. That's why they don't look for answers there.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Google and look for answers. They go to a book to look for answers. I got answers from a place you can't just go. Anybody can go to the library. Everybody can't go to the universe. It's a difference. So I make myself feel like, hold on now. I got them VIP passes. I got a VIP. I was born with a VIP pass and I didn't even know it. You know how many people work so hard to get a VIP pass, still trying to get one, and you was born with one. You better use it. Use your VIP pass. That's what I do. Because I'm a very important person to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to knock nobody. Because I believe everything I'm speaking of, everybody ain't special to the universe. I'm going to be honest. And because I watch how the universe deal with you to see how special you are. I watch what the universe deal with you to see how special you are. You don't have no connections with the higher source. Nah, you're not connected. Because if you was connected, your information and the way you would do things would be more the way the universe works. You don't work like the universe because you're not connected to it. You work how the world works because you're more connected to it. I got to learn who I'm connected with and stay with that. I'm connected to the universe by nature, but I was forced to be as the world. So being as the world ain't as pleasing. Even though I can sit right now and have a drink, and my mind and tell me, man, this is wrong. Mm-hmm. Naturally, even though I'm gonna have a good time, I want to have a good time right now. My brain saying, yo, you about to have a good time. The other side said, man, you bugging. I can go in and smoke another blunt. You know what say? You ain't eat yet. Why you about to smoke? About to mess your stomach up. See what I'm saying? Naturally. I'm not even trying to think like this because I want to go smoke. But my higher self is always presented to me to let me know you're more than that. And I'm always going to let you know that. There's parents out there let they know their kids are drug addicts. But they keep being there for them, don't they? You're special. You're a good person. And hopefully that keep them enough for them to hopefully one day. That's what the universe does for me because I know it was nobody there for us but the universe. I swear to God. When it was dudes that might want to take advantage of you. The universe said, hey, yo, guess what's on tonight? The Raiders versus the Giants. They was thinking negative and that, oh shit, the Raiders. Matter of fact, I'll be there later. Mm. The universe put something in their head to distract them from their negative thoughts of hurting you. If a person right now is shooting at me, he got a wide shot and he get a little millisecond of a distraction. That's all it takes to save your life. That other guy that's on the corner, he didn't get that millisecond. That's how I look at it. I've been in a situation, just say, if it's two dudes, line 3, and one dude shot, bow, it's your friend. You looking at him, oh my shit. Number 2, bow, you're next. He pull it and it jam. He jam it, don't work. The bullets in it, it don't work. Some tell you, run. You get up, run, boom. Why did the gun jam on you but not the other two? What came in your brain to say run? What saved you? Because you wasn't strong enough to save yourself. You wasn't strong enough to stop that gun from going off. Ain't like you held it. You just sat there. Something else out there made that gun jam without you even seeing it. I've been in situations like that. So now I look at it like different. Like, hold on now. Things happened that I didn't have no control over. I got this house. I didn't have no control over it. First day she saw that other people was in here looking. He said they could go.
Yeah.
Yo, I give it to y'all. I'm black. She's not white. She's black. You don't know we bringing roaches. You don't know we bringing bed bugs. You don't know what type of kids we got. You don't know we gonna trash your house. It wasn't no interview. Like, let me sit down and have a conversation about y'all. No.
You know what he said too? When he was upstairs, he said, I like your energy.
Yeah. He said that. He said, yeah, man, I like you, man.
He said, I like your energy.
He said, I don't know about you. I like you, though.
Disrespectful to other people. So he said, I still gotta,
yeah,
show them around. And he didn't made it seem like I'm gonna make a decision later. Mm-hmm. And we just kind of waited upstairs and kind of walked. But once they left, he kicked
them out because of a dog. He said, what type of dog you have? Mm-hmm. He said, small or big. They said, a small dog. He said, I don't like small dogs. Can't do small dogs. He said, I only do big dogs. Yeah. He said that for people he don't even know. And since then, he'll help us with anything we need. Mm-hmm. Not on a drop of a dime. I ain't say he's going to be here right now, but he's going to come and make sure everything's okay. And if I said something important, he'll come. Certain things don't be important.
Yeah.
They don't be important. It be important to us, but it don't be important for me to stop everything I'm doing to go help you. If this water bust, I'll come over here. But if you just need a fix on your bed, I come over there when I got a little time. Ain't no important.
And that's a blessing on its own because to have a landlord that not
speaks
only
English,
speaks the language, but just understands the culture, meaning like our culture of kind of what we came from over there. You know
receipts, what I mean? Everything. He give you receipts for everything.
Yeah.
He be on it. Like, and they don't do that, but he won't make you comfortable. Yeah. Make sure you good. He don't want you to leave. He wants you to rent here for as long as you can. He likes you. And that's where everywhere we've been, we get that same energy. So why won't you do something with your likeness?
Yeah.
You're a likable person. You're a leader by nature, but you're not leading yourself. Mm-hmm. You're a leader. Like, you have it in you. People look up to you. They like you. They conversate with you. They understand you. They can relate to you, but you're not leading yourself, but you're focused on leading everybody else. Nah, lead yourself. Because you know where you're going, so you know where you're taking them. How you gonna take them places you don't even know where to take them? Because you ain't been there. You're gonna take them to places that you don't even know. You're gonna talk about a cenote that you ain't never been to. Let me tell you a cenote down the street. They got one down the street. I think they got a buffet in there. How you know if you've never been there? Talk about your experience. Just not everybody information. Because people use information as infiltration. They'll take information and infiltrate you with it. They do it all the time, the system. They do it all the time. Take our information, infiltrate you, and infiltrate us with it. Our shit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm learning right now is to get rid of all that information because it's useless.
And here, I'm glad you said that because here you're gonna get their stuff.
Yes.
You're not getting the white man's
stuff.
You're not getting
that's come from you too.
A Mayan massage that's watered down, right? You just imagine this, right? You're in America, you go to this resort and you're getting a Mayan massage, right? It's not now one Mayan woman in there.
Yeah,
that's how they do back home. They take everything and they use it, you know what I mean? So here, when you're getting that type of food or treatment or any holistic way, you're getting it from the source. Like her grandmother taught her that. Her mom taught her that. The women that are here that aren't of the culture but are here, they're practicing their way of doing it and you're getting it straight from them. So you're not getting a watered down version of anything here. Even with the food, and I'm still adapting to the food because they don't put what is that sugar? They don't. You can't buy white sugar. They don't do glucose.
They don't use
so I'm still adapting to like my snacks, like my cereals, and it still be like junk. I know I'm not supposed to eat, but I still like it, and it just don't taste. It tastes different. The cookies, certain cookies taste really good because they're not as sweet. Like it's just not overly sweet.
America, I looked up today, is the number one for sugar.
So
Number one.
when I look at it, like here, they don't require you to put the kids in a car seat or a booster seat. And somebody back home like, oh my God, what if an accident happens and the baby? Where people are not thinking. See, this is the thing. People aren't thinking for the worst outcome. They're not thinking accident, baby flies out. That's how we think back home. What if? What if? What if?
Yeah.
So even though the system looks better, baby come home, put in a car seat. This, you got it like that. So it looks better and you feel so safe, you feel so secure, but in the inside, they are fucking your mind.
All the way up.
And you are constantly worrying, always. That's why you're always trying to upgrade, do this, get the better insurance, this and that. What if I die? Oh, like all this crazy. When you come here, it's just living, being happy, your family. These people trying to work and try to, just survive for the day. When they go to the mall, when they go do things, they really enjoy it. They really, because it's like, I worked hard for this. I worked hard to go out and have a good time. Back home is like good time all the time. You know what I mean? We're so spoiled and brats. But back home, they make you worry about your weight. Ain't nobody, when I went to the mall, I was going to buy a scale. And I seen all these scales sitting here. And half of them wasn't working. My husband said, ain't nobody buying no scales here. They're not worried about their weight. You know if you healthy or not. And it just dawned on me. I said, damn. So they really mess with your mind. Here, it's different. You're not worrying about that. The baby come home, you hold the baby in the car. Like it's not. You got to have a car seat. You got to have this. What type of car seat? Is that federal? Then when you have a baby in the hospital, they come out and the nurses get all in your car, making sure it's the right car seat. Like all this weird shit. Like, who are you? Give me my baby. Let me go. That's how it is here. So a lot of people don't like it here because it's more loose
Raw.
to an extent of common sense shit. Do they have law here? Hell yeah.
You can't just kill nobody.
You can't just do hell no. You can't even be propped up in front of my house just chilling.
And there's always a helicopter coming over here, so you can't do nothing.
You know what I mean? You can't do that. There was a YouTuber, you just can't just hang out in front of somebody's shit.
Nope.
Because they do have the right to call the cops on you and have you removed. Even if you're not doing anything. You know what I mean? So they're big on privacy here. They're big on you mind your business, privacy. This is my property. And even if you rent from someone, it's still considered your home.
Yeah.
Our landlord is nice enough to come over and do shit, but this is our house.
You gotta keep telling us that. Like, this is y'all shit. Like,
he tells us this. That's why he tells my husband, oh, you can get, so he'll help with certain things just out of respect, and he just likes us. But this is our home until you leave. So don't think you're gonna come over here and the landlord gonna do it. No, you better take care of this shit because it's yours. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do it, if you want to hire somebody, then go ahead because that's what you want to do. But we're going to start coming on here more to do lives now that we know we can stream on all the platforms that we have, individually together. And, I hope you guys enjoy the information. I hope you guys stay tuned in. You can support. It's free to support. And I tell everybody that if you like, share, subscribe, I appreciate that because that stretches longer. If you want to donate to the channel, everything rotates in the channel with our businesses that we have. You can feel free to do that. But just supporting us by liking it, sharing it, and subscribing is our number one thing. And just giving us good energy. If you're watching it and just giving us love and support, I'll take that over a like or subscribe any day. So yeah, I'm gonna just say a little bit things. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of my products that I have, and you guys can go to the website and check that out. So you can say what you want, babe.
I'm gonna let you in it then, right? So I'm gonna say one thing. Please like, share, subscribe. We're gonna go live again later on.
Yeah, we speak once or twice.
Yeah,
a
once
day.
or twice a day. And if we can't do one twice a day, we definitely gonna do at least 3 a week.
Yes.
Because 3 a week is a better sometimes. Because sometimes you don't want to wake up. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I know a lot of people. I don't want to talk too much. Working ain't working for a system. You working for yourself. The dudes that I know, they have to work every day because that's how they eat, right? But it ain't a job that they're forced to do. It's a job they like doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a little different. Like you got some people that love to be an Uber driver. They love it. They love, just like in America. Some people, they love it. I've seen a lady before we got here. She was Uber driver with gloves on. So she can get a better grip of the steering wheel. She was small and stuff like that. They really take that shit serious. So if they're doing a job,
Like if they selling jewelry, like just say like this, they're smiling. Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. They show him, and they, yeah, word up. In America, hey, what's up? Yeah, man, I got this. I got these jewelry right here. Now this one right here. This nigga sound mean. Yeah, this is rose quartz right here. Yeah, good for energy and stuff like that. Stuff like that. They don't forget over here. This one is from the Mayan culture, and when it breaks inside, now this right here, the rubies means love after death, and then they breaking everything down
to the point where it's like,
everything.
you know what, I want it, and they still talking.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I'm telling, they really go hard. Even their food, they go hard. They pick it from a They don't just pick fruit to make money. They pick fruit to make you good.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just make the fruit. I watch them make the fruit. They're sitting there talking, just squashing fruit. They're having a good time, smashing up fruit to put in a drink. Oh, where I'm from, goddamn fruit.
Yeah, because
I'm
they're
tired of
always
this
angry. You
fruit.
put that bad energy.
Tired of this fruit. Damn, how much fruit? How many you do? 20.
Imagine
13.
that energy going into that drink that you about to drink and that food. That counts too with energy when they messing with your food.
That counts.
Yeah,
they watch you when you eat to see how good because they I put love into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to make sure, is it good? Good. They want to keep saying because they put their time. Where I'm from, man, they gonna do it. It's gonna look nice, but the energy might not. You eat and be mean as hell looking at Texas. You eat it, damn, this stupid ass Tex. Why are you so mean? You wasn't mean when you came in here. You got a good meal. You mean that meal was made from divorce. The chef going through a divorce. He working because he needs to pay bills, but he's not putting that love into his food. Dumbass bitch. I know she's gonna take all my money. Order number 7. Let me get it. It's all in here. So I'm big on that now because I understand. She used to tell me that I don't eat everybody's food. Sometimes you don't even know why you think like that. You don't even know why. You think it's from a regular psychological answer. Maybe because of people's dirty. Maybe because it's deeper than that. It's the energy. Hey, Royale.
Cut it.
It's deeper than that. So you got to be conscious of what you're doing or where you're around, information you hear. Hey,
come here, Royale.
gonna stop.
Next time we're gonna put the dogs in the
yeah, but I'm telling you that shit is deep. I watched them. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something I noticed. Everything here made from scratch. You watch them do it. If you went to Puerto Vallarta and they was making ice cream, they put everything in front of your face. If you make a taco, a burger, anything, they got the grill right here. They grab it, put it on there, and they're talking to you. So where are you from? See those? Hey,
here, hold him.
What y'all barking at?
Come here, more.
Might be a cat out there. Let me go check.
More, come here. I got him.
Let me go check.
Come here.
You want to come out there so bad. You want to tell me what's out here.
It's funny because it's a lot of strays. I mean, everybody knows that if you live in Mexico. But there's a cat next door to us, and there's 2 of them. And one's missing a tail, but I think he messes with my dogs because she'll come and she'll just stand there. And you can see her feet at the bottom. I think she come and mess with the dogs.
Come on.
But
Come on. Hey. Come on.
It's annoying when you're doing videos, but they definitely alert you.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on. Yeah, they trying to go out there. They definitely alert you when somebody's out there. But the thing about here too, like it takes them a minute to prepare food or juice because you're doing it from scratch, but they do it with a smile and, like you said, just with good energy. And just like right now, I want him to go around the corner. They have the fresh bags of orange juice, like fresh.
That's
like,
what I was gonna get.
Not in a not concentrated, just fresh. And that orange juice is good. So I wanted some of that to kind of if they have any left. But they do it with a smile, and they'll do a lot, and you paid them $3 in our money, and they look at the dollar different too. That's another thing that we'll talk about, because it's so much information. That's why we're going to definitely start coming up here more. But just how they look at money,
and they don't want it if they don't deserve it. They don't like to take money from you for free. They don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like tips. They don't like unless it's a tip jar there for tips. They don't like you giving them no tip because they feel like you owe them something. Like they don't like that. Like right now, if something costs $10 and I buy it and I say, here, let me give you $5, they're like, no, it's okay.
Sometimes they won't take it.
They don't want
it. They say, well, you sure? Everything's violent. You say, and then they'll say, oh, thank you. But sometimes they'll say no.
Because they know sometimes a lot comes with that.
gluttony. Like they're not trying to over. And this is for 90% of the people, not everybody. So don't come here and think, oh my God, because you still got the ones that's just in Babylon. So
it's beautiful. But I'm about to end this. Well, I'm not ending. The wife is going to show you her jewelry. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to show love to the Cash App, I'm always going to take that. You know what I mean? Because that goes a long way here. I'm telling you, it goes a long way. I gonna tell you, because it's mind blowing. And if you want to have more conversation about the resources of how you get your visas, how you get certain things and certain things situated, if it's a lot of things that I give you information about, just not on here, but how to get a place for rent, how to get how to look through lawyers, what to look for, how to use your WhatsApp, what you're gonna have to use your translator, how you're gonna use it from typing things out, from copy and pasting it to put it on. There's a lot of things I had to learn as well. She did for the information that was even so small became so confusing because it was small to somebody else that didn't know, but it was big for us because that's the only thing we had to communicate. So if I can give you information about how to make I can't give you everything because I'm still learning some things too, but I can help you through your process of when it comes to looking for something, the environment, the Ubers, because that's all we do from DDs to because they don't have DoorDash, they have DDs here. So you learn about the DDs, learn about the Rapids. Rapids means fast, rapid, Rapids. You gotta learn about different things that have here because you'll go through your money real fast if you're looking at it from America's standpoint. If you're looking at it like, a Uber for all four of us going 20 minutes away only costs us $6. Mm-hmm. It's 120 pesos. That's $120 to them, but to us that's $6, right? Mm-hmm. So for all four of us with luggage included, they don't charge it for each person. They don't charge it just for that 20-minute ride costs $6. Now listen, when you're comparing that to America, you're like, man, that ain't nothing, man. That's easy. I had to pay $55 or $300 to go that far. You know what I mean? So what happens is by you're used to comparing prices, you're spending more. Mm-hmm. Man, that ride was only $5. Man, that ride was only $6. Man, that ride was only $7. That ride was only $6. Now that adds up. At the end of the week, that's $70. Mm-hmm. And just Uber rides. That's too much. That's too much. But you're comparing it again to America, and those 2 weeks and $40. Just say $70, and there compared to $400. See, that's the thing. If you're comparing it, you're gonna go through your money fast because that $70 could have got you way further. That's what it's all about. Further than that. So if I can take $70 and go 700 miles, why not? Why would only take $70 and go 40 miles if I can take 7 and go? So learn how to make your money go further. That's what teaches me here. Babe, don't use Uber, use DD. They pay cash. Cash is always cheaper than card because card charges you. Cash don't. Lose cash. Mexicans know how to use cash. The more ones that's like, they use the cards because they're more like, they're more in that. You know what I mean? Because they got the bank and stuff like that. You don't really see Mayans going into them banks like that. You don't see them ladies with the Mayan out. You don't see them. They still believe in the old system. They still got cash. There's no on TV saying, invest your money into Bitcoin, invest your money into NFTs, invest your money into, there's no place to tell you where to put all your money at. They're not trying to take your money. You keep your money. Keep your money, get a house, get some land. That's what they tell you. That's the number one thing here. Buy land. Invest in your business.
You can just open this up and make this whatever
with
you
no
want.
LLC.
That's the freedom. Yeah.
Here you can open up any business you want without a license.
Yeah, in your home.
In your home. If I wanted to turn this motherfucking house right now into a bread store, you can. Yeah. I don't have to go to the state and get a permit. I don't have to do nothing. All I gotta do is open up because you know why? That money that you make here goes back into the community. It's all a cycle. Now, if you was taking all your money here, flying back to Florida and spending all your money and then come back here, then it'd be a problem. But even your money won't even go because once you put it in currency, it's going to go down. So you can't even take the money you make here and go somewhere else because it's going to change. So all the money that you make here stays in the community. So you're not escaping with your money. You can't hold on. You got to eat. There's no investing here. You invest in yourself. So all the money you make goes to yourself. That's why they eat good. That's why they got nice cars. I've seen dudes in Lambos and live right down the street from me. Yeah. He live in the same place I live in Lambo, right down the street. Next day he was in an Audi. Next day he was in a Charger. Next day he's in this.
Don't think what you see on TV like everybody
got Mercedes Benzes out here. Everybody Benzes. Yeah. I'm not talking about the 97s. I'm not talking about the 2004s. I'm talking about 2010 and up. 2000. That's too low. I'm talking about 2016 and up. I mean Benz trucks. The big Benz with the symbol, the big Benz. Everybody. I don't leave, only raggedy car you see is the Beatles.
Yeah.
Everything else, this ain't, I'm telling you, they telling you some bullshit. It's money here. Because they learn how to
They just
use
don't show
it.
it the way we do. Like
They
it's
use-
not flashy
No.
like that. Like they still sell
You got
Jordans.
sandals on in the Lamborghini.
Yeah, they be selling cheap. It's just, you know, we're not only the black culture, but just culture in general. We're very, very flashy.
Big change like that. That was me. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. They have a nice car, a nice crib, and they eat nice.
Yeah.
That's the
Living-
three
living
biggest
life,
things.
probably traveling, doing
I
stuff.
swear to God.
Mhm.
They don't give a freak about no clothes.
Mhm.
They will have sandals, saharates on, with some shorts with a button-up wife beater.
Yep.
I'm talking about a button-up wife beater with a button on it, with an old and a nice Benz, eat a nice house. They don't care about that material. They care about when they go outside. They got a nice little car. They got a nice crib. They cribs be nice inside, and everything. Yo, when I say the artwork, you could pay thousands for it. Thousands. We got artwork in there right now
Show him
that'll blow
show
your
the
mind.
Picture of Marcus Garvey in the room, because all the other ones is on the wall.
Where's that?
In the room, in the computer room. And this art we got is from a beautiful woman that was selling some stuff, but she got this art from Africa,
Ghana.
Uganda, and she linked me with the guy that makes the art. So this art is official. Yeah, that art is official.
From Ghana, and I'm gonna tell you how real it is. They made it on a damn tablecloth.
So if y'all interested, I can let y'all know his YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry, his Facebook. But he makes this art. This ain't like no fake. You know what I mean? Like
From Ghana.
yeah,
This is his signature from Ghana. And like I said, look what they made it on.
yeah.
Tablecloth. He took the tablecloth, cut it off, and painted on it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's not no printout. This ain't a printout.
no.
This is actual art. And guess what? The price is under what? What? Don't give them the exact price, but the price is under what? For this painting right plus the board. Under 50.
Yeah, it's under 50.
Under $50.
Yeah, it's under 50. And the lady I got it from, she was like, "Oh, I hope it brings good energy and bless the home." Because she was downgrading, so I bought those pieces from her. But when I told her I wanted more, she gave me the guy's Facebook. And I'm on there. He said, you know, he reached out. How are you? I told him I love this stuff. Yeah, but he has some beautiful pieces.
And that's all his signature, so you can know.
Yeah.
And like I said, these ain't printouts. These are really on real material, real cloth. So it ain't like, oh, he printed it out and put down. That's that cheap stuff. It costs more for painting like this. It costs a lot.
Yeah. So even to have something like that in the house, I'm thankful. And you know, I'm not the type of person to brag. I like to show people, because you don't understand. We're gonna do a whole. My mind be going so all over the place because I want to do an upload of just sharing our story of, you know, just our life. Like 13 years is a long time, and we have a lot of stories of how we even reached being here in Mexico. You know, just the stories of being together for over a decade, the good and the bad. So I appreciate when I show things, it's not to show off. I've never been that type of person. I just be thankful of what I have. There's people over here with houses way much more beautiful than mine. I've seen some houses like, damn, but I'm grateful for what I have. I'm thankful for what I have.
Blessings.
You know, and then just, you know, the landlord and everything like that. You leaving?
I'm out. Love y'all. Stay safe. Live, love, learn. Life is a journey, not a destination. Welcome to the Shawami family. What's some other one of my Logans? I don't know. But I'm out though. But I'm about to go get some oranges because she wants oranges from the corner store.
Yes.
I'm about to go to the orange and get some oranges.
Bags.
All right.
And then you can let me know how to stop this too. How do I
You use the mouse just like
just go to end broadcast. I'm still live, you guys. All right. So before I go, I want you guys to check out some of my stuff, because I do have a website. It's www.nickyscrystals. So that's nickyscrystals.com. If you guys go on there, you'll be able to see, you'll just basically get an idea of the art that I make. I create different jewelry, but I also do custom. So if you want something in a particular color, if you want something for particular energy, if you know how the crystals are and things of that sort. Can you put that down and stop? Sorry, you guys. Being alive and trying to balance being mommy. So yeah, you guys want something custom, you could always let me know. But not only do I have jewelry, but I also do spiritual readings. And this is something that I try to explain to people because I don't need tarot cards. I don't need you in front of me. The way I do my readings, you can simply send a picture. And this is how I was doing it back in the States. So it ain't like I came here and just I'm different. You send me a picture of you, like a recent picture, and I'm able to get in tune with your energy. Okay. And that's how I do my readings. So if you wanted a spiritual reading with me, I can do them online. But this is I would say a gift that came through grandma and just me in general, being able to connect with loved ones. Can you stop? Being able to connect with loved ones. And just being able to read someone's energy. So that's something that is just in me. I didn't ask for it because I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had a choice, I probably wouldn't ask for it because it's, from being a child to now dealing with energies and connecting with loved ones is not always a fun thing. But I'm just going to show you guys. I don't know if you can see it too well. This right here are my waist beads. I use super strong string. I have some rose quartz on here. I have an Ankh. I have Buddha. So these are my waist beads. Right now I have about 6 pairs. They are time consuming, but these are a lot different than the ones I came with. The ones I came with are a little bit more on the cheaper end. They don't have like the charms. And with my waist beads, I wanted to add some crystals and stones. So all these are authentic. So I have the waist beads, you guys. This is just an example of a bracelet that I have. So we have green Aventur. We have what is this? This I think is the onyx we have, and we also have pirate. Oh shoot. So that is a bracelet there. And these are just an example of some of the stuff. I'm not too good with the camera. So here is another necklace with the Ankh, and almost it kind of looks like the like I have an eye on there. So these are pieces that I make. I love to make things with my hands. Back home I was making candles. I had a lot of other stuff going on. I was making soap. So here I have the jewelry. Again, I get my crystals and stones right here in Merida. If you guys go to my channel, you'll see a video of me actually going to a crystal shop. So everything is authentic. And this is something that I was making these back home, and I just started making these a couple days ago. So basically these are sage smudge sprays. And the reason why I was making these back home is because when I would burn sage in my house, my mom has COPD, and the smoke would just make her cough and it would irritate her, and I felt bad. So I bought some sage smudge spray online back home. It cost me a lot of money. So I started making it myself. So the difference between my sage smudge spray from other people is that besides the essential oils and the other things that go in here, I use moon water. And moon water is just water that's set out on a full moon to absorb energy and to help intensify the energy and set the intentions. You can't see it right now because it's just cloudy with the essential oils, but at the bottom you can see right here in each one of my sprays, I do put a crystal in there. That's just to help intensify the energy as well when you're using this. And this one is a amethyst. So basically, instead of you burning sage, you could just shake it up. Smells so good. Oh, smells so good. And you would just, when you're saging or cleansing or whatever you're doing, meditating, you can use this. I like to spray this over my bed. anywhere that you want good energy to just, release any negativity. Again, you use it the same way you would when you're saging, but it's just in a spray bottle. The thing I like about this, you can take it with you. If you're in a hotel, an Airbnb, you're going to work, you're in your car. That's why I like the convenience of it. And also, before I go, what I started doing is my youngest daughter was at one point was having trouble with like having bad dreams and everything. So I called this monster spray. So it's the same exact spray, but for a child, it's called monster spray because I would allow her to spray it. I explained to her in the best way I could, because she's still a child, of the spray getting rid of anything bad, any bad energy. So it gave her a little comfort before she went to sleep. And like I said, for kids, I don't say sage smudge spray. I'll say monster spray. So it makes them like get rid of the monsters or the bad energy we have around. And it smells really, really good. So this is for the adults and the children. So if you guys are interested, you can always reach out. I did not put this on the website yet, but I will today. So you guys make sure you stay in tune. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys are coming and enjoying. But yeah, it's just about us sharing our information, not being stingy with our information. So I think that's it. The website. Yeah, I think that's it, because my mind is just all over the place because I'm thinking as I'm talking. So thank you everyone who stayed tuned. We've been on here for 2 hours. Like he said, this was just a trial run, but we're going to come up here and start doing more lives and building and connecting, and just sharing information and just encouraging. I think that's part of our purpose here. Everyone has a different purpose, but I think that's our bottom denominator, is for us to be more in tune with humanity and understand that it's just not about you. This life that you have, it's not yours. It's not yours. The life that you have, you think it's yours, and you're trying to be so controlling over it, and you're trying to be so protective, and all those things are good, but it's not yours. It's yours to give back. And for some reason along this path and this journey, we have forgotten how to be a part of humanity and give back and understand that we are all connected. We are all reflections of each other. And if we could just get back to that just a little bit, I feel like we will contribute some type of love and goodness to the time that we have here, because our time is all limited, you guys. So I love you all. I hope everyone has a blessed day, and hopefully we'll be back later on this evening. If not, stay in tune. Make sure you guys subscribe. Knowledge is key, and God is sniper. So if we're not going live together and it's just individual, you can still catch those downloads as well.